Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back with another review. This time I'm starting a small series of reviews, three movies, with El Mariachi. This is an action thriller comedy western film directed by Robert Rodriguez from 1992, and it stars, Carlos Gallardo, Consuelo Gomez, Jaime de Hoyos, Reynold Martinez, and Peter Marquart. In this film, El Mariachi just wants to play his guitar and carry on the family tradition. Unfortunately, the town he tries to find work in has another visitor, a killer who carries his guns in a guitar case. The drug lord and his henchmen mistake El Mariachi for the killer, Azul, and chase him around town trying to kill him and get his guitar case. So, what did I think of El Mariachi? Now, first off, I haven't seen a lot of Robert Rodriguez stuff. I remember seeing From Dusk Till Dawn at some point in my life. I don't remember anything about it. Um, I know that I've seen the Spy Kids movies, at least the first three. I enjoy the first two. The third, I think, is watchable. I'd have to watch it again. I've seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I've seen more of his kids' movies than his adult movies. But overall, with this one, I can give credit where it's due that he made a movie on $7,000. That's very impressive, but I personally am not a fan of this film. I think it's okay, but let me get to the cast. Carlos Gallardo plays El Mariachi. Again, he's a mariachi trying to keep on the family tradition. I don't mind his performance in this. He hasn't been in a ton of other things other than this and some other kind of lower budget movies. His performance is not the issue here. I enjoyed him. He works in his role. Consuelo Gomez plays Domino, a girl that he meets in a bar that he falls for. She's pretty alright as well. Uh, Reynold Martinez plays Azul, the killer. Really don't get to learn much about him other than he's a killer. And Peter Marquart plays Mauricio or Moco, the crime boss. I think he's up and down. He starts out pretty alright, even though most of his scenes are just him getting pampered to show, ooh, he's evil. And then the last scene he's in, which is his worst acting because he goes way over the top. This video is probably not going to be that long because I don't have a ton to say about this. I'm more interested in getting to Desperado and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which I've never seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and I'm very curious how it'll measure up to the first two. I have seen Desperado before. I remembered enjoying it, but then again, I don't remember much. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight. But this film, as a film that had not a big budget at all, $7,000 in 1992, it's very impressive. It's impressive what they were able to achieve with the limited cast, with the limited well, not limited cast. There's plenty of cast members in this, but with the limited crew, the limited resources, it's very impressive. But as a film, I really don't think it works all as well as a lot of people think it does. Because yes, I understand exactly what it's going for. It's a case of mistaken identity. It's kind of like, in a way, um, Mexican the Fugitive. These people believe this guy's the bad guy when the real bad guy is out there somewhere. Um, and that could be interesting, but most of what they do with it is convenience, and it's kind of annoying convenience, like bits where like the villains in this are so fucking stupid. Like they involve people that don't need to be involved in anything for no reason. Like there's a bit where both Mariachi and Azul are at the same place, and these guys just checked the guy's case and saw that there was a guitar there, and they see another person with a guitar case, and they're like immediately like, it's him. And I'm like, no, that well, no. They see they see him like looking down in his case, and then they're like, it's Azul. And I'm like, but you just opened up his case and saw that there was a guitar, so why are you still thinking it's Azul? And then they see El Mariachi, and they're immediately like, it's him. He has a case. That means he's the guy. And they're given the vague description of he's a guy with a guitar case wearing black. Azul isn't really wearing that much black. He's wearing like a bit of black over a blue shirt. And later in the film, they say, like, why is he not wear blue if his name is Azul? And I'm like, he does wear blue. Maybe I missed something, but I swear to God he was wearing blue throughout the entire movie. But anyways, like the film, I understand exactly what it's doing. It's trying to be like a Western, like mistaken identity, like in modern day. It's a modern day Western, and I love modern day Westerns. I really enjoyed uh freaking Sicario. I would consider that a modern day Western. Um, Drive Across Concrete, I'd say, is a modern day Western of sorts. A lot of Walter Hill's films are modern day Westerns, even if they aren't Western, like taking place in a Western area. He still describes them as Westerns, and I can understand that. With this, yes, I do see the Western vibes, but what is here mostly, this feels like it should have been a short film because this film is also very short. It's 81 minutes, an hour and 21 minutes. Without credits is an hour and 17. This is not a story with that much steam. And if they wanted it to be like an hour and a half straight up, I feel like giving the characters a bit more backstory would help a lot because a lot of the characters are not fleshed out well at all, especially El Mariachi. And our villain is just a villain. There's nothing interesting about him. He's just what I originally thought. I originally thought Peter Marquart was just some white guy that they got. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. He is American. A video game producer too. Interesting. So he is some white guy. He speaks very good Spanish though. Um, but like that's all you learn about him. All you know is that the good guy's good and the bad guy's bad and Azul's bad. And a lot of plot points in this film just kind of die, like metaphorically and literally, and it's just like whatever. I was like, okay, that could have been interesting, but you just like shit it away like immediately, and it's just kind of like whatever. Like I just don't understand. Like I can understand people enjoying this, I guess, but just as a film, like watching it as entertainment, I appreciate it more than I do enjoy it, if that makes sense. I appreciate that a director put his heart and soul into this. You can tell he put his heart and soul into this. That he got a bunch of people together that were possibly friends and just shot this. And there is some impressive stuff in it, like from how it's shot. It's very well shot for the most part. But there's so many things that are just lacking, and even after Columbia Pictures, I think, uh, yeah, Columbia Pictures put $200,000 into post-production for this movie, and the music still sounds like garbage. The score to this film ruins a lot of parts of it because you have the same fucking song for every action scene that's like and then every like the opening song that plays also throughout the movie, the it sounds like a synthesizer being fucking strangled. I hated it. it. 5 different people apparently did the music to this. Uh, and apparently Carlos Gallardo was a producer on frickin' this movie, the entire series. But like that just I don't know what to say because it's like for everything that I think is well done, there's something that I could like shit on. Because like again, I like Carlos Gallardo and Peter Marquardt's acting for the most part, and then you have pretty much everybody else is goofy as hell. A lot of the comedy I just thought did not stick. This film has weird tonal shifts between like super serious shit and comedy, and it just doesn't work. It feels like they were shooting a comedy and an action film at the same time. Especially the bit in the bar where he's trying to get work, and then the guy pulls out the keyboard and starts like playing it, and I get what they're trying to do with that. The whole like Robert Rodriguez clearly at this time is like technology is ruining everything. That's one of their little interesting subtext things that they kind of abandon. Yet the score sounds like a synthesizer, so you can't really complain when uh you're using said technology to produce the score to your film. But like, oh my God, like just the fucking like again, I can't say that I like hated watching it because I can see what's trying to be done here. The action isn't horribly done, but it's just kind of bland, and there's some weird editing things with it. There's like a bit where Azul's shooting at these guys with this SMG, and they've like used the same two frames of like the gun not firing and the gun firing to be like, and it looks really bad. Um, like if you can't afford to shoot it, do it off screen. Like I really don't understand why you would feel the need to put that like really weird shit there. And it's just yeah, like again, I don't really know what much I can say about this. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I understand its importance in film history, but overall I'm not a fan. But yeah, that was my review of El Mariachi. If you've seen the film, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. And movie reviewer next door.